welcome to Psalm 127 for real this time. I was just seeing who was on the ball last week when I mislabeled last week's psalm. Um, God is unbelievable, and I want to start out this video with that declaration. Let me just put you into my world, and as this psalm started to wash over me. We September is a busy month with getting everybody situated and where they need to be. So we were leaving for 5 days to go to see my son. So I got 126 out early, and I knew that I had my Bibles tucked away with me. We were driving to St. Louis. I had time in the car. I had time where I could put earphones on and I could just be with the Lord and I could just relax. I have not taken a day off in over a year. I have worked 7 days a week for over a year. I get up at 2 a.m. and I teach children in China. And then I teach on lots of different platforms. I do this publishing. We publish books through Encouragement Cafe Press. I illustrate. I am a workaholic. I stand before you and I say, "Hi, my name's Lisa, and I'm a workaholic." Truly, truly, truly. And not only am I a workaholic, I struggle with pleasing people. I'd like to say that I'm over it. I'd like to say that at my age that I've come to a place where it doesn't matter, but it's still ingrained in me. It's still something that I have to struggle with. That workaholic, a workaholic and a people pleaser, that is a tough combination. Because if you don't drop to your knees and give him your time, you are constantly busy. And you know what? What would the enemy have us distracted rather than doing what he would have us build, right? Okay, so I'm going away. Like I am off for 5 glorious days. And not I'm like literally when I would go away in the past, I would teach while I was away. I did not even have a computer with me. That's how unplugged I was for that 5 days. And I have got to tell you, it transformed me. And I pray that I can hold on to this as I go forward, that I don't forget the lessons that I learned in that 5 days. I learned how to sleep again. I get up at 2 a.m. to teach kids in China, and then I teach on multiple platforms throughout the rest of the day. I know that everybody's busy, but those are just three of the jobs that I have of all the other jobs that I do. I could be busy at my desk for 24 hours a day, and my desk is always here. I work from home. My desk is always here, and there's always something to do. I'm not good at unplugging. I'm not good at walking away from work. So imagine I am relaxing, I am sleeping late, I'm enjoying my family, and I open up to Psalm 127. Okay, so let me give you the frame of my heart and my mind as I open up Psalm 127 because it struck my heart and made me weep. Verse 1, if God's grace doesn't help the builders, they will labor in vain to build a house. I thought, okay, if God's mercy doesn't protect the city, all the sentries will circle in vain. I thought, okay, no, I know that, Lord. I know this verse, right? When we tell him, no, 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 I know this, God, I know this. And then, this is why I love reading different translations. Verse 2 knocked me to my knees. Passion Translation. It really is senseless to work so hard from early morning till late at night, toiling to make a living for fear of not having enough. God can provide for his lovers even while they sleep. Knocked me flat out. It literally knocked me flat out because he was speaking right to my heart when he said it really is senseless to work so hard. And that's exactly what I was feeling like. He met me in the word in exactly the time and the space that I needed to hear this. How good is our God? In the place that I was ready to receive this message from heaven, he delivered it in love to me. It's senseless to work so hard from early morning till late at night. Literally, I will work 15 to 16 hours a day, toiling to make a living for fear of not having enough. And doesn't that just strike at my insincerity in my faith, my insecurity in my faith? if the lilies in the field don't have to worry, if the sparrows don't have to worry where their next meal is coming from, why do I? Because he can provide for his lovers even while they sleep. So to really live it and let go and let God, to really know that he's got me and that I do not have to work. I like working. Hear me. I like working. I love that I get to co-create with God and I get to do all these things. I love it. But I also know that he did not make me to be exhausted and to work 16 hours a day. I just know that I know that. Let me go back to verse 1 because he says in vain four times. Four times. Um, this psalm is credited to King Solomon, but then in other versions, it's also sometimes credited to David. So one of the two. But in vain is used four times. And if you look at the word in vain, the word is shave, and it means that if I build in vain, I labor in vain, I protect in vain. And what that means, that vain word means in emptiness, in vanity, and in falsehood. I don't know. Like I'm sure this is like, this is the gospel, the Bible according to Lisa, and you guys just get to share in my weekly revelations. But truly, truly, I mean, in this 5 days that I was in a complete restful place, to know that I have to order my time and my days and my tasks according to him. And anything else that I'm doing is vanity. Ouch. Ouch, Lord. I receive that. I receive that, God. Anything else I do, am I doing it for me? Am I doing it for accolades? Am I doing it? Why am I doing it? Because if it's not for him, it is emptiness, it is vanity, it is nothingness, it is falsehood. If it is not of him, it should not be of me, and it should not occupy my attention. Because if the enemy can keep me distracted, he keeps me out of doing God's work and what I was intended to do for the kingdom of God. So I don't know if this psalm is going to have an impact on you like it did for me this week, but it was an arrow right into my heart. And it was not like I do receive that anything that I do that's not of him is vanity on my part. I receive that teaching. But our God is so sweet when he shows us a different way. It's not through condemnation and hatred and smacking our hands and our knuckles. He's so sweet. He delivered this to me while I was sitting on the back porch of my son's house in a rocker with a breeze blowing. That's how I received this message of love from my Father. How good is our God? So, guys, I don't know what it's going to look like for me in the days ahead, but I know that I am going to be in prayer, and I know that I am going to be still and know that He is God, and I don't have to be, and that He controls my time and my schedule and my attention, and I have got to be diligent, that I don't operate in vain and vanity, but that I operate through Him, for Him, of Him. So I'll see you guys next week in Psalm 128. Oh, check out the link below. The Hope in the Lord conference is coming up and it's going to be awesome. Free tickets for the conference, and I'll have the link below. Use my link if you would, because somehow it gets like accredited to us or something like that. I don't know, but check it out. All right, guys, see you next week.